Welcome, beloved. I'm so happy that you're here reconnecting, the two of us reconnecting. And welcome to the space of the heart. That is such a beautiful energy to be in, that is always around us. So let me just share a little bit so you don't feel confused if you've been feeling confused, okay? The work that I do, as I share in the welcome video, is about remembering the power of your heart. So we move the layers, right? We move the layers. As humans, we have a tendency to move the things that we don't like to the back, right? It's like, I'm just going to throw it in the back. It's like, I don't want to look at you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to feel you, right? And that thing, I don't want to feel you, is what creates more tension in your energetics, in your muscles, in your bones, in your organs, in your mind, right? So a lot of times when we are experiencing anxiety, depression, and all these very heavy things, is because we haven't given ourselves the permission to sit with our emotions. Because let's be honest, it can feel very scary. It felt super scary for me to go into my emotions, my anger, my frustration, my sadness, my depression and anxiety. It's like, whoa, I don't want to feel this, right? But however, that's how we get to heal. That's how we get to pierce through all the layers that have been there in order to tap into who we are. And this is the process of what we call spiritual awakening. Yeah. A lot of times people begin to see or to feel energy, to see energy, to smell different things, to have visions, and these visions become reality. That's all part of spiritual awakening. And we're all going through this journey of spiritual awakening, whether we are very into energy work or Reiki or meditation or something, right? I mean, there's not just one way or one road of getting there. Is the road that actually works for you, right? And this is why I use different techniques, because some techniques for me like gave me what I needed, but I needed more than that. So I did many teacher trainings, many immersions, retreats, like you name it, because I was pulling up little tiny pieces from each of them to find my own technique for my own healing and see how that will work, right? So this is what I help you do too, right? So we talk about these things, and it might feel scary, like what happens in that space is sacred for me. It's so sacred. And I celebrate you every single part of the journey. So in here, there's many different things how we can start, right? Maybe you're just searching for a morning routine. Okay, let me do something very, very simple without trying to overwhelm myself. And this is how I like to work, because we don't want to overwhelm yourself. Maybe you already do a really good job of that. I mean, I know I did. So then we work, okay, how much time do you have and what you need? And what we need most of the time is stillness, right? Is stillness, breath work, sure, meditation, and moving the body. So there's a combination of all the elements. If you're not familiar with the elements, let me just give you like a little brief information about them. The earth element is your physical body, right? Your physical body, the connection with the earth, of course, but the first part of the earth element is how you're treating your body, how you look at it, how you speak to it, meaning to you, right? What you do to it, what you don't do to it, what you eat, like what you drink, like everything that you take in, right? So that is the earth element. Now, then we have the air. The air elements are the thoughts, the words, right? So how you think about yourself, how you think about others, how you speak about yourself, anything that comes out of your mouth. And even if you don't say that, but you're thinking about it, right? Then we have the water element. The water elements are your emotions, right? So emotions, we want to let them flow rather than getting stuck. So giving yourself the permission to feel every single emotion, because it's a gift, honestly, as a human being, that's such a gift that we get to experience all of that. And then we have the fire element, your soul, your soul. But before we get to actually feel the depth of the soul, and who you are. Sometimes the fire can burn. The fire might be burning you right now, right? What does that even mean? That you're harming yourself in some kind of shape or form. Could be by your thoughts, by the way that you treat yourself, by the way that you eat. And the same thing about burning others, right? Sometimes we use the words in a way that is not conductive for healing or for bringing peace, but tension, all right? Perhaps you've been mad at somebody, just like the words came out, and then you're like, oh gosh, I can't take this back, right? That's also the fire. It's like burning somebody. So we can use the fire to burn, or we can use the fire to burn the insides that are stuck, right? Think about when you are boiling water, right? If you're boiling an ice cube, right? It begins to melt and flow. So that's why we use the fire element within your being. So everything else can flow in your energetics and you can be yourself, right? So that's just a little introduction of the elements. So you're aware of them. And now, as I was saying, if you're looking for a morning routine, beautiful. We can set it up together, seeing about how much time you need and what is it that you're searching for? What is your goal? That's the most important one. And we talk about it, we practice it together for a bit so that you can have it. And then great, you continue with check-in once in a while through an integration session that I offer, which is where we talk about how are you doing, what are any questions, anything came up, because things will come up. It's a healing journey. Things will come up and they could be very uncomfortable at times, and we need the support to be able to share that freely without being judged, or just being seen and celebrated. So this is what the integration session is about. Now, if you are new in this space, but you're also been working in this journey, right? And you want to go deeper and deeper and deeper, then we can do an alchemy session. So alchemy is just a fancy way of saying the shift that happens in you, right? The changing, right? The you morphing, becoming a different version of yourself, more empowered. And the alchemy session, we work together, we do practices together. And most of the time, I also do a clearing on your chakras. And just depends on what has been present in your life and what's present in your energetics. So it's very simple, it's just like the words might make it a little complicated, but that's my language that I've been learning for the past years. And also, if there's more of a practice that you want to move, we work with yoga. With yoga, sometimes we also do, honestly, a little bit of exercise to move the energy around, right? And by that, I mean a couple minutes together during sessions, right? During the alchemy sessions. So this is just as simple as that. Through all that, we start to work little by little into tapping into your heart and your self-love and releasing the ancestral trauma that I talked during the welcoming video. Very easy when you give yourself permission to do the work, And if you are just curious, we can have an energy session, an energy reading session. So you can see what it is all about. So you can be in my field too and see if do you feel comfortable, right? Because that's what matters. If you feel uncomfortable, then things are not really going to work out. And I pride myself on making a space that is safe and comfortable for others because we're worthy of them, because you are worthy of that. So if you have any questions, one more time, there's a little button right there to type a little message, right? Or you can find me in social media. All the links are down below on the website as well, or send me an email at info@rukmanicore.com, and I'll be gladly to reply back to you. Blessings.